What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
Hello and welcome back to the NECC, everybody. We've got Rocket League today on the cards, obviously, as you've seen by the previous two matches. Who you haven't seen the previous two matches is this beautiful standing man next to me. Grant, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Hyperia. It's good to be here. I'm ready for some more NECC action.
That's for sure. And we've got the Champions Division coming up in the east side. It's going to be a battle and a half. And North Kings, they need to bring up a battle and a half as well, because they're currently 1-3.
Yeah, certainly not the place they would hope that they would be. 1-3, not the best record, but hey, they got that one win, so there's credit to them there. And we'll just have to see how each of these teams play. We got Kings Red versus St. Clair in the East region, and like you said, Champions Division. So it's going to be some great, unpredictable matchups that we got coming up next, and I couldn't be looking forward to it more than I am right now.
Yeah, it is at least a little bit more predictable than the previous one, considering that St. Clair, they have managed to 3-2 win over Potomac, whereas King's Red got swept by Potomac. So it's at least a little bit of something to go off of. Whether it's really going to be the deciding factor, I think so. I think that St. Clair should be able to pull through and might just kind of show massive. But then again, it's Rocket League. Anything can happen.
Yeah, and I mean, week 3 and week 4 were pretty close for them. They did secure a 3-0 in week 2, but had an 0-3 loss. So they started out even, and then they started winning series, but they're really, really close. King's Red is kind of just one side or the other. It's a 1-3 or a 3-1, whatever the case may be. We'll have to see how they play this week, though, as we get started with a fresh clock, a Rocket League. It is Gura scoring first.
Grazie, making me really think about Italians and Italian food right now, which I actually had this afternoon, or not this afternoon, this evening. There's a nice little Italian pasta coming in. So, you know, it was a phenomenal start of this casting day, and they've got a phenomenal start of this Rocket League day for them as well.
Yeah, Garashi already back up for this one, over to the left side. What a redirect over there by Kamal. And now Garashi right back into it. Bingus sends it out for Gilmore boys, trying to take it back to their own corner, but eventually the pass gets around to Clever. Blocked by Kamal one more time for an air dribble, looking for the double tap, won't find it. It's Bingus with the block off the backboard. Now Endeavor out to midfield. Again, there's Garashi off the post. It goes, though, and now Endeavor finds the shot to the outside. 2-0.
Well, this is something that we've seen in the previous game as well, an absolutely dominating start. Give it 2 games and you're looking at a completely different series. But, I mean, we're 30 seconds in, 2-goal lead. You could say 2 ways. You could say, well, they're going to extend it, they're going to show it massively, and they're just going to dominate this entire series. You could also say, hey, that's 4.5 minutes that they've got to try and come back. Kings, they can definitely do it. They just need to be tighter on that defense currently, as Endeavor might just take it the entire way. Gets past everyone except Bingus, who's standing strong on the goal line.
Yeah, you're spot on when you say they got to watch out for their defense, because you saw there a couple of cut rotations, leaving the third man back to stay third man back. They got to get involved. They have to use everybody effectively to keep these smooth rotations up, and it's becoming a slight problem as we've approached just under 4 minutes, and Endeavor will take this one out from their own corner, but quick back in it is Clever, trying to score the first goal for Kings here. Kamal, one more time out to Endeavor, and it's going to go flying up to the back wall. They'll try one more read, maybe a triple touch. No, they won't get it. Garashi will also miss, and Endeavor tries and opts for the back pass. Kamal up for the air dribble. It hits the ceiling, throwing off Gilmore boys. They look for the ground pinch. Both players trying to contest the ball, but it's Bingus who gets their hands on it first from the defense. Endeavor back in, though. Kamal off the backboard, looks for the read, doesn't find it. So close, though. Garashi not going to get the cleanup, and Clever is finally able to take this one out for some breathing room.
You know, last week we saw a very slow start coming out of Clever, but he was really able to regain himself and get back into the matchup. This time he's coming off to a little bit of a stronger start, and if he still grows the same amount that he did in the previous week, he's going to be an absolute monster to try and deal with. Bingus, he doesn't really have a lot of boost, and going to boom it down the field. It's just going to give Garashi the pickup straight into Kamal into the opposing corner. Double miss coming in. Actually, Kamal, I don't think he missed. Garashi with a shot, a little bit of a 50 get through. Bingus with a 50 on Endeavor. Endeavor gets it past, but that is straight into Gilmore boys, who's looking to start a counter attack directly.
Man, Kings are so good at blocking each and every shot that comes in. I got to check the save count. They've already got 3 against St. Clair's none because of all the shots that have been coming in from the opposition. But this one's just going to roll in. No, what a pitch to save it, but it's not enough. What an effort from Gilmore boys. Take another look at it.
I want to see how this got put into the back of the net. Oh, it wasn't. It was Bingus bumping into the final attacker. Gutting, because you bet Gilmore would have been so ecstatic about that save, not expecting to even make it probably. And now you go 3-0 down. They've managed to stabilize a little bit for a little bit as well. But now it's just, oh, that is gutting even for us.
Yeah, dude, I swear to you, that would have been the top #1 save I had ever seen in any game of competitive Rocket League. Hands down, no doubt about it, but it is really gutting. There's no other word to describe it. And now, as we return back to our situation at hand, it is also feeling a little miserable for Kings right now, sitting down 3 goals. But Gilmore's looking to change that. Somehow the team pinch is blocked by Endeavor in the clutch final moments. But now time is ticking away faster and faster as the opposition moves down the other side of the field. Kings are able to recover control as this one hits off the lip. I believe that was Clever with a miss, and now Bingus pops it up high for a teammate. Nobody's jumped on the defense, and the shot is blocked again. Are you kidding me? This defense is on another level off the charts.
Oh my word, and this time no own goal coming in afterwards. I called it an own goal. It wasn't really much of a very easy one to actually not be scoring right there. But what a save to keep them in a 3-goal lead, because 2 goals all of a sudden closes so much distance where you can say, look, we can make this comeback. And Clever, if you want to start this comeback, you need to put in those open nets. Gilmore has another shot. A save by Endeavor. It's all a defensive game right now. And oh my word, St. Clair, they're standing so incredibly on defense, and then you've got Clever missing the ball completely down the other end. It does get saved, but it's still not a good position.
This is a match worthy of a live audience. I could see everyone going crazy at every twist and turn of saves for the defense of St. Clair. It is absolutely insane how they are able to hold back their net and block each and every shot that is coming from Kings, not one going through, and they'll continue to struggle. But 20 seconds, it is do or die in these vital last seconds of game 1. If they want any chance at taking it, they'll need to score now. And it's Garashi passing it down to Kamal. Gilmore boys is going to have to back out of this one. Clever up to the back wall, won't have the boost to make up for it, and 10 seconds will soon turn to none as this game is going to easily go to St. Clair 3-0.
I must say, though, I'm impressed by how the Kings play in this series. I was looking at them last week, and they weren't really that impressive, to be honest. It wasn't like they were playing bad, but I was kind of thinking this time, well, St. Clair have had such a better record. They're just going to tear through, and that might represent itself in the scoreline. It did not represent itself in the game whatsoever. And Grant, how's your new pantry looking like?
The pantry is looking very clean. I tell you what, there's a lot of food in it. There's a lot of good stuff. I brought up a little snack with me to keep me going. That's just convenient that the label was ripped off, so you'll never know what I'm eating. Hey, but yeah, new pantry is great, and so is St. Clair. They have put on so many shots. I'm always a fan of the big pressure, but 10 shots—that's a lot. Not many of them being blocked by Kings. They racked up 4 saves, but there's still half of the pressure left over, and 3 goals are turned in for conversions, and St. Clair takes this one away. But geez, can you give any more credit to the defense of St. Clair?
Well, I mean, they managed to keep a clean sheet, so I don't really think so. They made the perfect saves at every single opportunity. St. Clair, that is going to be gutting towards their opposition. Not having the ability, also make a phenomenal save, but then unfortunate own goals after that is going to be absolutely gutting, and they need to get themselves out of that gutting state and pull themselves up by the bootstraps, because as I said, Kings, they're playing phenomenal, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they just get the game right here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. And actually, Gilmore boys is trying to open things up with some physical play for a change. And Bingus tries to circle around, but Kamal's quicker to it. Clever down low, waits for Garashi's touch, which goes up to the back wall. Dangerous as Endeavor comes through. What a speedy shot from Endeavor.
Speedy boy going through the air, and the touch from Garashi was so intricate as well, and then Endeavor to just have that confidence to say, oh yeah, nah, Garashi got that, baby. Garashi got that. I'll soaring from behind and booming into the back of the net. 1 goal lead already from St. Clair's. Off to a phenomenal start once again. Kamal looking to even make that a better start. Looks to get 2 goals. Kamal beep, reversing back into this ball, and well, they're in the exact same position. 2 goals up in 30 seconds.
I'll tell you what St. Clair has got. They got the X factor. They are bold when it comes to going for these shots, not afraid to put themselves out of position. You saw how quick, 72 miles an hour for the first shot of Endeavor to go in, but how to be up that quickly? The defense didn't even have time to think, clearly outpacing Kings right now, and it's just going to be continuing to be a St. Clair dominance as Endeavor looks for the demo to open up Garashi's incoming shot. They'll have a little bit of an attempt over to the net, but Clever is going to be able to hold it down for a moment. Bingus, though, rotating ball side, goes up for the flip. Everybody up for St. Clair, but the shot goes in or goes off anyway. Now Gilmore Boys has a huge counterattacking opportunity. They'll opt for Bingus, who fires a shot. It's too high, though. Kamal doesn't make contact. Clever circling around. It hits off the ceiling. Might bounce into the net. No, it's just wide to the right, and Kamal takes it up to the right side on their wall. Bingus thought about the push, but Garashi going to get cut off by Gilmore Boys. It's back and forth. The speed quickens, but Kings missed a vital counterattacking opportunity there to bring them within one.
And if you cannot score a triple commit, and you're too slow on the offense. Oh no, Bingus, not again! Bingus, what are you doing to me, man? That is absolutely gutting it once again. The 3-0 scored by Bingus.
I think if there's any word to describe Kings play right now and how they're feeling, it is just gutting. There's nothing else. It just hurts at this point. Own goals, missed saves, feeling so good, but somehow not doing that well. It sucks, I tell you, and we want to see Kings do well, but St. Clair are just monsters in every aspect of the game. And you see the mechanic game from Kamal now looking for the mind game. The 50-50 game strong, but Endeavor can't force it through the brick wall that is Gilmore Boys. Now we start to see something come of this Kings team, and hopefully we don't see another own goal there. It's just a shot from Garashi off the back wall, but no one to capitalize. I think Kings are a bit unaware of how much space and time they get at times because they're so used to the St. Clair offense pushing in at every second.
And the problem is that if you start seeing people show up massively, well, please, not Bingus. Okay, Bingus was out of the play. Bingus doesn't have an own goal hat trick. It's Endeavor putting it right on. And to be fair, I mean, Clever, he just panics, and it's unfortunate scenes once again.
Oh man, I'm having flashbacks to season 8 land. You remember the tragic own goal that ended at 9-minute overtime? That's exactly what that one looked like, and just not enough trust in the net, but tragedy strikes for the second time. St. Clair has just been able to make Kings fall apart and burst at the seams, and here comes another easy save shot from Endeavor. But man, St. Clair, does it get any better than this?
And it's really important. What I was going to say is that it's really important to see Kings only start showing up as soon as they're 3 goals down. Well, one goal's up to wazoo, baby. Here we go, another one.
At least it's on the other side, though. It's Endeavor goes for the read early, just misjudges it, though, which is kind of weird because we saw Endeavor just read a backboard bounce perfectly for the first goal of this game, too. And this time, they just read it on their own net, I guess.
Sometimes you gotta give back to the people in need as well. And well, Kings, they are definitely in need of goal right now, but it will be Kamal going down the other end. It's just so incredibly ridiculous, the amount of pressure that St. Clair pull out.
Oh yeah, this is Kamal all day. Bingus doesn't even have time to react, and it looked like a penalty kick from there. You know, going out from the goalie box, fires one in. You just have to pick a side to dodge to. Bingus did pick the correct side, but it just wasn't far enough on the reach. They'll have to come back to it later, but the score line now presents itself as 5-1 with 2 minutes to go. Kamal off the backboard down to Garashi. Bingus is actually leaping over, trying to get the shot on early, but Endeavor is back for the save. Bingus grabs the boost on the way out, and Clever will hold things down for their teammate on the backboard. Moving out to the right side, Gilmore cuts in. Endeavor as well for the other team. Bingus out of the play now as Clever battles for possession on the back wall with Endeavor. Come on, look at the straight from drop. Doesn't find the angle or even contact with the ball. Garashi out to the corner. Endeavor across the midfield. Clever's there to cover it up and move out from the left side.
Yeah, I mean, it's 4 goals difference right now. To make the comeback, it's going to be so incredibly tough, and I think they need to convert on this very attack. Oh, a double commit does come in. Clever off the crossbar. Oh no, I thought they were actually going to be doing it, or at least scoring on this very attack. And now Bing is blocking that path from Gilmore, actually helping him along a little bit. Bing is completely jumping Kamal. Oh, you know he's going to at least put a good shot on target. Clever coming in with a pivotal save with 4 goals and less than 1 minute remaining. It's going to be so tough.
Yeah, it's really tough, but Kings have come out with a few saves. Gilmore finds the double tap. Here's them starting to capitalize on these counterattacks. It might be too little too late, though, but this is an incredible beat out on Kamal, and then having every last drop of boost to use for the read on the double tap. Just phenomenal job from Gilmore. Now they're within 3 with 44 on the clock.
Oh, well, 44 seconds, 3 goals difference. Decent kickoff coming out of Bing as well. Kamal out to the side. Clever can pick it up off to the back, but he goes. It's just not really enough power. Clever pass that right up. Gilmore with a shot. Put it into the back of the net as well. And are we going to see the most ridiculous scene in Rocket League today here, Grant?
I certainly hope we see that ridiculous comeback. Gilmore fires a shot over the head of Garashi. These are the shots that St. Clair was putting on Kings. Those shots that the defense can't react to. They just got to pick up their speed and find this impeccable accuracy, and that's exactly what they hope to do in the last 30 seconds. Bingus is going to opt for this pass to Clever. They don't have the boost for it, but they'll try. Puts up the crossbar off the post, and Al, it's so close. I was talking about the accuracy going to be so important. They had the power, but it just missed by mere centimeters, and now Gilmore looks to beat out Garashi up high off the ceiling and down to Clever, but the defense got involved. Garashi out from the corner. 6 seconds become none. It's not enough. Kings missing out on crucial opportunities for this incredible comeback, but it will fall short and will come to a premature end as St. Clair take their 2nd game in the series.
The fact that Kings were even able to make that a series or even make that a game is going to show up massively, because the momentum game from that is going to be absolutely insane. The amount of momentum they gain from showing up so massive is going to show in the next game for sure. Kings could just get off to that better start, because once again, that initial start of them is so bad. It seems like they need to wake up every single time.
Yeah, it just takes them a little bit. I mean, think about it. When you're waking up from bed, it's just like, do I really want to get up? Do I want to stay and look at my phone for a couple hours and procrastinate everything important I got to do? But we have to have some self-discipline. That's the one, exactly. We have to see some more self-discipline right out the gate from Kings. They got to get up out of bed, put the feet on the floor, get ready for the day, take a shower, wake yourself up, because right now it's match point. It is series point, and you have some work that needs to get done today.
And something that you guys can't hear, or maybe actually will be able to hear, is the absolute ruckus in the background caused by the dogs. And well, Kings, they're going to be looking to cause some ruckus as well and make the dogs bark, because they're looking to let them out here today. We were saying rap bars earlier. We're going to let the dogs out, hopefully in the side of Kings. Bing is onto the opposing side, 45 boost, looking to recover quickly, but Clever now solo back versus Kamal. It's going to be incredibly difficult. Kamal can't get the double tap, but Clever backflips, nobody is there until Garashi manages to close that distance. It's still a offensive pressure call once again, flipping through, and the defensive side, they're holding on by only a thread here.
Goodness, it's so close, but Kings have gotten away with a couple of scary opportunities in front of the faces of St. Clair. They've got away, but they won't get away this time. It is Garashi coming through with the first goal of Game 3 for St. Clair.
And I was switching through the opponents or through the players of Kings. You saw 0 in the bottom right pretty much every single time. As soon as your boots run out, that's kind of when you know a goal is going to be looming. You might get an initial clear, but the power on that will just be too weak. But Clever, he could just get one right back in towards the center. Garashi is up so incredibly quickly. Actually gets the pass to Endeavor. Endeavor couldn't get it quite to Kamal. He tried so incredibly hard though, but Kamal, the car control is spectacular out of him. Clever beating out the final defender. Now they have to struggle to get back. Clever was torn between going for the boost or the ball, and he chose the boost. They could come in handy here. No, they do not manage to capitalize, and I'm wondering whether it was the right decision there.
Oh, it certainly was not. They needed to prioritize the positioning in that situation, but here's a little bit of a interesting situation in front of them right now. St. Clair, their offense will fall off, but it's clever throwing away possession for Endeavor to catch in the corner. Actually, it's awkward. Gilmore tried to put it off the backboard, but they get beat out by Garashi. Clever puts it up high, and Kamal doesn't get the read, but Garashi throws it to Endeavor looking for Kamal again upfield, but Kamal is going to get the bump instead. 3:30 on the clock as Clever pushes down into enemy territory for Kings. Kamal off the corner. It's going to go out to Bingus. They'll get beat by Endeavor. And just like that, the speed is quickening again for St. Clair, and the momentum keeps coming back. That's an unexpected scoop touch from Endeavor. Going to mess up the read, but it's Clever on the other side. Their flick's going to go way off target, and they won't get the job done. Gilmore pops it up high, but Garashi just so quick, this St. Clair team.
And the speed really showing up massively here from St. Clair, beating out Kings on a plethora of occasions. Then, Kings, they've got clever positioning right here. So, okay, off the crossbar, Kings get away with it. Garashi rips another shot, also slightly wide. Clever can't do it from distance. As Kamal is way too far back to actually let that one through. Gilmore, once again in a 1v1, opts to go for the boost, and a single or another player jumping at that. That's great center. Endeavor, can he actually get the read? Saved out by Bingus, but still, it's Clever clearing out to this side. Oh my word, Kings, they're getting so much pressure on their half, managing to suppress it there.
I will say both teams are doing a great job at looking for each other on these pass play connections, not trying to take anything too selfish for themselves, but maybe Kamal could change things up. They'll actually just have to stall the ball to the corner here. They'll get another touch on it, but man, this teamwork is just incredible, and how both teams have been able to hold each other off has just been awesome. But Kings are still down 1 goal. They need one now, and like we mentioned, they are on series point. This could be it for them. St. Clair could take it in 3-0, and that would be horrible for the record of Kings. They do not want to go down like this. They at least want to get a game off of them, so Bingus is going to try to spark that momentum that they need, but Gilmore's going to get taken out in the midfield. Now Clever beat. Endeavor will throw their shot. Luckily, Gilmore has respawned on the side that the ball was heading towards. They're trying to get some mind game fake on Garashi. Stalls the ball in the middle. Clever and Gilmore form a wall to push it through. They won't find the redirect. They'll leave it for Endeavor to block off their own backboard. This is the thing. The pressure needs to continue for Kings. These rotations at least so fluid, and the shots. Somebody take out Endeavor. Somebody take out some defender from St. Clair so you can get a shot in for Kings.
Oh my word. And well, they need to get a game on the board to start that reverse sweep, because even though yes, a game for them would be very nice, they kind of need the win. They're currently 1-3. They need to get something more going than that, but Endeavor, he's looking to completely go down the other end. Not a lot of boost. That's what will allow Gilmore to close that distance and take control of the ball for a brief second, so he throws it away to Garashi. Onto the sidewall it goes. Endeavor rips the shot. Saved by Bingus, not own goal. And that is always something you have to take into the back of your mind. As soon as Bingus is on the ball, Garashi now is on the ball. It's in towards the center once again. They're getting locked in this final 30 seconds. They need to break out to try and get a goal.
Well, they try here. The ball is on St. Clair's half. Here's Gilmore getting one demo on somebody. Clumped up is the rest of the defense. Here comes the pressure from King. Shot rolls on target, but Kamal has the easy save. Now they backflip, allowing Gilmore to push in first. Garashi off the back wall. Bingus will have to keep this one in. They do so successfully. Gilmore cutting back in it, trying to get in it for Kings, but it's up off the corner. 10 seconds to stall for St. Clair. Shot blocked again. Gilmore might have the last one. They can't beat out the pinch. The pinch doesn't even happen. Endeavor gets a huge fake. The ball still up in the air, but Gilmore get there, and St. Clair will secure the game and the series 3-0.
Kings take another loss, and it's the 3-0. Was it really 3-0 in my mind? Not really. The way they were able to show up during the later stages of the game, They were playing absolutely amazing. Sometimes, I dare even say, outclassing St. Clair. So this is going to be a gutting loss for them.
Yeah, I think there was just a lot of clarity issues in what they were doing, a lot of issues with trust as well. It didn't seem, especially in the earlier phases of this series, that they really trusted that their teammate could make up for their mistakes. They felt the need to do everything on their own, and that's a huge red flag in the synergy column. For any team, you got to make sure you have that trust, because without it, you've got no team. There is no I in team. You hear the phrase all the time, and it makes sense here in the Rocket League context.
Honestly, Grant, I would have expected you to at least say there were some Saint clarity issues, but unfortunately didn't take the opportunity. And yes, I'm sorry, I'm sure you'll be disappointed now, but I guess, well, Kings are going to be disappointed as well. They surely felt they could have gotten at least something more out of that series. Just, well, once again, I can't reiterate it enough. Those early stages is when they already need to wake up and not really be rudely awoken by their opponent.
Yeah, and they'll just have to wait again until next week before they can try to improve this record. But that will conclude this series. Like we said, St. Clair have taken it 3-0. And like you said, Kings, they felt like they should have had something. And maybe they can pick something up next week. But we got more action coming up, High Fury. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it and then send us to that break?
Well, I mean, I've got a little bit of a history, or not necessarily history, but with Lincoln Land, I insulted Becky's alpha cap, and since then it was kind of a running meme, running joke, but they are an incredibly strong team, and I've never really been able to watch them since they were always on the later stages. This time, you bet I'll be sitting in chat and watching this matchup. It will be Lincoln Land versus the Boys State Blue. It is going to be such a battle. Lincoln Land obviously looking to get that 4-1 record. And Boys State, they just need to get something on the board. But as you said, that will only be the next series. So we're going to head into a tiny little break and we will be right back with this phenomenal series. See you in a bit.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 Classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.